Have you ever just, stared at that super fancy jar on your counter? The one that cost maybe a small fortune.
Oh, yeah. The one promising eternal youth in a bottle.
Exactly. And you're slathering it on thinking, this better work, right? But then, what if you found out that inside that lovely cream, there might literally be, like, plastic and maybe even some not so great chemicals?
Hmm.
It feels like we're just trained to think expensive equals effective. But what if the whole approach, putting stuff on your skin to fix wrinkles, is just
Like
flawed?
fundamentally flawed, perhaps.
Yeah, and what if the real secret, the best anti-aging thing, was something you wouldn't even think about touching? Okay, let's unpack this. Let's really dig into what our skin actually needs.
What's fascinating here is,
Yeah.
look, everyone wants great skin, right? Vibrant, youthful skin, that's the goal.
Sure.
But the way most people go about it, it's almost always focused entirely on the outside. The cosmetic fix.
Like painting over a crack in the wall.
Exactly. Think of your skin like that wall. A really complex, self-repairing wall.
Yeah.
If it's constantly getting hit from the outside with harsh stuff and from the inside, you're not giving the builders your cells the right materials.
The bricks and cement.
Precisely. Then you can polish and paint all you want, but you're just masking a deeper issue. The structure itself might be weakening. We really need to look under the hood.
Okay, let's start there. The topical stuff, it seems kind of absurd sometimes, right? Like collagen cream. We all know someone, maybe it's even us, who uses it religiously, hoping those lines will just vanish.
Right. The collagen cream myth.
So what's the reality check the beauty industry doesn't want us to hear?
Well, the harsh truth is that collagen as a molecule is actually quite large. It's physically too big.
Too big to get through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Too big to penetrate the skin's outer barrier and reach the dermis, which is where your body actually makes its own collagen.
Ah.
So applying collagen cream to fix a deep wrinkle, it's a bit like trying to put out a fire in your basement by spraying water on the roof.
Okay, that's a good analogy. It's just not getting to the source of the problem.
Not even close. And that leads us to the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
The potentially toxic stuff in those creams.
Right, because something must be getting absorbed.
Oh, absolutely. While the big beneficial molecules like collagen might just sit there, other things, often synthetic chemicals with smaller molecular weights, can slip right through.
Like what kind of things?
Well, many popular creams contain chemicals used as thickeners, preservatives, or texture enhancers. Think about phthalates or certain plastic polymers. These are often lipophilic.
Lipophilic?
Lipophilic, meaning they love fat, so they can move through the skin's fatty layers quite easily and head straight for your bloodstream.
Okay, that sounds not great. And what happens once they're in the system?
Well, they tend to accumulate in the liver. Now, your liver is your body's main processing plant, right? It's detoxification hub. When it gets overloaded dealing with these synthetic chemicals from your skincare, it gets diverted. It's working overtime on damage control instead of its regular vital jobs like managing hormones or blood sugar.
And that stress, it shows up.
It invariably shows up on your skin, the very organ you were trying to help. It can look duller, more stressed, older, ironically.
Wow. Okay, but surely there's government oversight. We can trust the labels, can't we?
Well,
Yeah.
if we connect this to the bigger picture, the regulatory situation in the U.S. for cosmetics is, let's say, quite different from other places. It largely operates on an honor system.
An honor system for chemicals we put on our face.
Pretty much. There's no mandatory FDA approval before products go on sale. And the difference between, say, the U.S. and Europe is stark.
How stark?
The EU bans around 1,600 chemicals in cosmetics.
Okay, 1,600. And the U.S.?
We ban about 30. 30?
Wait, 30, as in 30, compared to 1,600.
Yeah. It's a significant difference. It tells you just how many cheap, potentially questionable ingredients are perfectly legal to include in products sold right here.
That is unsettling. So the fancy jar might have useless collagen, maybe some iffy chemicals, and nobody's really checking that closely.
It's a fair summary of the situation. But the external assault isn't just the products. It's also in our daily habits, things we do thinking we're helping.
Okay, like what? Simple routine mistakes.
Exactly. The transition here is important. We often actively strip away our skin's natural defenses. Think about over-cleansing, scrubbing really hard, using harsh exfoliants all the time.
Trying to get squeaky clean.
Right. But your skin has this amazing beneficial layer of microbes. It's called the skin microbiome. It's your natural shield.
A shield against what?
Pathogens, environmental damage, pollutants. When you scrub too aggressively, you remove that protective layer, leaving your skin kind of raw exposed, and actually more prone to inflammation and aging.
So less is more, maybe.
Often, yes. Gentler is usually better. And here's another culprit most people never think about.
Oh, lay it on me.
Your shower water.
The water itself. How?
Well, municipal water often contains chlorine and fluoride. Great for killing germs in the water supply, sure. But they are quite harsh and oxidizing for your skin and hair.
Oxidizing. Like causing damage.
Yes, think of it like a very low-level chemical exposure every single day. It strips away natural oils, those protective lipids.
Huh. Never thought of that. Is there a fix?
Actually, yeah, pretty simple one. Get a good quality shower filter. It can make a surprising difference.
Okay, noted. Shower filter. So we've covered the outside problems. Now you mentioned internal sabotage, diet stuff.
Exactly. Let's shift focus inward. Because to build that strong, healthy skin wall we talked about, your body needs specific raw materials. And two crucial ones have been, well, mistakenly demonized for decades.
Let me guess. Fat?
Fat, absolutely, and cholesterol.
Whoa, hold on. Cholesterol, isn't that like the ultimate bad guy in nutrition, heart disease and all that?
That's the common narrative, but it's a major oversimplification, especially for skin health. Your skin barrier, that crucial outer layer. It's made primarily of fatty acids, ceramides, and yes, cholesterol.
So cholesterol is actually a building block for the skin.
A vital one. It provides structure and integrity. If you're constantly avoiding healthy fats and cholesterol-rich foods because you're scared of them, well, your skin is essentially being starved from the inside out.
Starved of its building materials.
Exactly. It becomes weaker, drier, more prone to damage, and looking older.
And this connects to medications too, right? Without giving medical advice, of course.
Yes, it's important to understand the chemistry. Think about statin drugs, for example. Their purpose is to lower cholesterol by blocking a specific enzyme pathway, HMG-CoA reductase.
Okay.
The issue is that pathway doesn't just make cholesterol. It's also essential for creating other crucial molecules, like CoQ10, and building blocks for healthy cell membranes everywhere in the body, including the skin.
So blocking it might have unintended consequences for skin health.
It can. If you inhibit that supply chain too much, you might be limiting the body's ability to build and repair tissues effectively. This can sometimes manifest as skin that lacks resilience or that healthy glow.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. Because we're not just talking about avoiding like obvious junk food. You're saying even some healthy diets could accidentally make you look older.
That's something I've observed, certainly, particularly with certain very restrictive weight loss diets. Often low-fat, sometimes even certain low-carb approaches that rely heavily on processed ingredients.
Like what kind of ingredients?
Think about diets where people cut out all saturated fat and cholesterol rigorously. They might rely heavily on very lean protein sources, maybe packaged stuff like soy protein isolate or highly refined whey protein shakes.
Okay, it seems clean on the surface.
Right, and people often lose weight, which is their goal.
Mm-hmm.
But the aesthetic result can be different.
Different how?
Sometimes they end up looking, and this is just an observation, sort of dried out or hollowed out almost. Their skin loses its plumpness, its vibrancy. Hair might get brittle too.
Why? They're getting protein, right?
They're getting the protein bricks, yes. But they might be missing the crucial fatty mortar, the healthy fat and cholesterol needed to build a strong, supple, hydrated skin barrier. It's like having bricks, but no way to stick them together properly.
Wow. So effective weight loss, maybe, but at the cost of looking vibrant.
It can be a trade-off if the diet isn't well formulated to support all bodily tissues, including skin.
Okay. Creams are iffy. Scrubbing too hard is bad. Avoiding fat is aging. So what is the answer? What's a magic bullet? It's not some $50 supplement, is it? Or some rare berry from halfway across the world?
No, it's usually much simpler and often cheaper.
All right, I'm ready. Build the suspense. What is it?
Okay, the big reveal. Probably the single most potent, nutrient-dense food for skin health, packed with those essential cofactors we need,
Yes.
is grass-fed liver.
Liver. Oh boy, I can almost hear the collective groan. Seriously?
Oh, seriously, I know. It's not the sexiest answer. But purely from a nutritional standpoint, it's a powerhouse.
How powerful are we talking? Like compared to that expensive serum?
One serving of good quality grass-fed beef liquor likely contains more bioavailable anti-aging nutrients, the stuff your skin actually uses, than a $150 bottle of fancy serum. It's basically nature's multivitamin, specifically loaded with skin-building cofactors.
Cofactors. Okay, define that. Why is liver so special beyond just protein? What are these tools it provides?
Think of it this way. Collagen is like the bricks. Your body needs protein to make it. But cofactors are the tools, the trowel, the level, the hammer that your skin cells need to actually assemble those bricks correctly.
Okay, makes sense. So what tools are in liver?
The liver is absolutely packed with them. First, tree vitamin A retinol, not beta-carotene, but the active form. It's essential for cell turnover, building connective tissue, protecting against sun damage.
Retinol, like in the skin creams, but the real deal?
Yeah. Exactly. The natural, most usable form. Then you've got copper. Copper is crucial for making elastin.
Elastin. That's for elasticity, right?
Yeah.
Keeping skin bouncy.
Precisely. Liver is a great source. And then there's zinc, vital for skin healing and repair. And iron for healthy red blood cells, which means better oxygen delivery and circulation to the skin. That gives you that glow.
So the big insight here is just taking a collagen supplement isn't enough. It's like delivering bricks to a construction site with no workers or tools.
That's a perfect analogy. You need to feed the skin cells the tools, the vitamin A, copper, zinc, so they can actually do the work of building and maintaining high-quality collagen and elastin themselves. Liver provides the whole toolkit and the raw materials.
Okay, the science is convincing, really. But we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the taste.
Ah, yes, the taste.
For many people, myself included sometimes, it's challenging. And there's that weird thing, too. Sometimes after eating it, you feel tired, like really wiped out. It feels backwards. You eat this super nutrient-dense food and then eat a nap. What's going on there? Is it an allergy?
That fatigue is actually a fascinating sign. It's usually not an allergy to the liver itself. It often points towards some pre-existing stress or damage in your own liver.
Damage from what? Like diet or lifestyle?
Exactly. Years of maybe processed foods, alcohol, chemical exposures. Your own liver might have these specialized immune cells called resident memory T cells, kind of on guard duty.
Okay. Resident T cells, like tiny security guards.
Sort of. And when you introduce nutrient-dense food like dietary liver, which signals repair and requires processing, these sensitive T cells in your already stressed liver can sometimes overreact a bit.
Overreact how?
They can trigger a mild temporary immune response. This might increase histamine levels slightly, and that's what often leads to that feeling of tiredness or maybe brain fog.
So it's actually a sign that my body is recognizing the need for repair and maybe my liver needs some support.
In many cases, yes. It's a sign that significant metabolic activity and potentially repair processes are being initiated. It's not necessarily a bad sign, just an indicator of the current state.
That makes dealing with the fatigue way less scary, knowing it's part of a process. Okay, so practicalities. For people who are liver averse or want to avoid that potential tiredness during the day, what can they do? How do we actually eat this stuff?
Right, the practical side. If you're cooking it fresh, soaking it helps a lot. An hour or two in something acidic like lemon juice or even milk can really mellow out the strong flavor.
Soak it first. Got it. What else?
The easiest trick, honestly, hide it. Grind up a small amount, maybe just a couple of ounces, and mix it thoroughly into other ground meats. Hamburgers, meatballs, chili, meatloaf. You genuinely won't taste it if the ratio's right.
Sneak it in. I like it.
Pâté is another great option. Well-made liver pâté with herbs, spices, maybe some shallots and butter. It can be absolutely delicious. Spreads nicely on crackers or veggie sticks.
Okay, pâté could work. What about for people who just absolutely cannot deal with the taste or texture no matter what? Or want to avoid the fatigue issue altogether?
For them, the simplest route is probably desiccated liver capsules or supplements. High-quality, grass-fed liver, freeze-dried and put into a capsule.
So you get the nutrients without the taste experience.
Exactly. And regarding the fatigue, many people find taking the capsules right before bed works really well. You sleep through any potential temporary tiredness, and the nutrients get to work supporting repair processes overnight. It might even help with sleep quality for some.
Take it before bed. That's a great tip. Avoids the whole daytime issue.
It just bypasses that potential mild immune response during your active hours.
So stepping back then, this raises a really important question, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
If the real keys to healthy, youthful skin are these fundamental, often inexpensive internal building blocks like those found in liver, why are we so obsessed with spending hundreds on creams that might not work or might even contain harmful stuff?
That's the million-dollar question, perhaps literally for the cosmetics industry. The core lesson seems to be that you can't really cheat biology with a topical fix alone. True skin health, that real vibrancy, has to be built from the inside out. You need to supply the raw materials.
So you can keep chasing the miracle cure in a jar, spending loads of money on products often based more on marketing than solid results, potentially adding to your body's chemical load.
Well,
Or you could focus on giving your body the actual fundamental things it needs to build and maintain healthy skin itself, things that are often way less expensive.
it puts things in perspective.
It really does. If a simple natural food or even a low-cost capsule can potentially offer more real benefit to your skin's structure and vitality than this huge industry built on promises and, well, sometimes plastic. It makes you wonder, what else are we overcomplicating when it comes to our health? Maybe it's time to start treating our own liver a little better than we treat our vanity.